Hello everyone, Gold here. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to obtain the glass marble, which is the best in slot bullet for Corsairs and mechs, and used to be for Jets. Sadly, they're not in the game anymore, but for mechs and Corsairs this bullet still exists, and it is about 25 attack power, which is 3 attack more when we compare it to the general stores, with their highest attack bullet being 22 attack. This bullet is slightly min-maxy as it's not needed for late game or end game on a Sarah mech, but it is also a collector's item and it does help min-max. So if you want to get it, this will be the guide for you to watch. There is not too much information actually out there on this quest, or what we do have is more in the text and on the wiki, which can sometimes be hard to find or navigate around. Here's going to be unedited footage of me obtaining or finishing the quest to the point where I can start obtaining the buff. To actually obtain the bullet, you have to get a special RNG buff. It is a 1 out of 11. That is not the odds. It is much lower than the other 10 buffs to get. But there's 11 buffs you can get on a random basis. If you do get the Peerless Marble buff, you will get the achievement and be able to claim the bullet. The first part of that quest was just talking to the NPC Graco in Showa-town, and then heading down to Showa-town Street, talking to Duran, picking up a cider. If you give that to Graco, she sends you to the next part of the quest, which will be through Marawaka. I believe I'm saying that right. I may not be, but it doesn't really matter too much for the purposes of the video. So, talk to Marawaka. She's going to send us over to talk to the police captain. And then after we talk to the police captain, we go back to Marawaka. Essentially, the police aren't actually looking for a purse, which he asked them to look for, and now therefore we are going to look for the purse through the Yakuza hideout. So we're going to head over to the Yakuza hideout. Specifically, the map you want to head to is the Parlor map. Now you want to head to the Parlor map because the Yakuza shot callers, as they're called, is going to be the mob that drops the quest item you need. This quest item is very RNG dependent. I've had 6 characters go through this quest now, with the shortest one actually going to be this shade here you're watching, but my Evan took me about an hour and a half of farming to get this buff, or this purse. See, I pop a 30-minute coupon here, I turn on my item drop familiar, expecting this to take a long time, and well, based on my tone and what I'm saying, I'm guessing you're gonna see how crazy this is. If you look right behind the stools, it actually dropped there. That's crazy. It took me less than a minute. Easily the fastest. I think my fastest before this was about 10 minutes to get the bag. I'm still kind of in shock how fast I got that bag, but now I'm heading out from the Yakuza hideout. We're going to go back to Marawaka and essentially turn in the quest. Obviously, you can teleport around and make it easier, but I just really wanted to give it the walkthrough feel, show you kind of these quest maps I was going to. And then once you turn it into Marawaka, that is the hardest part of the entire quest done. The last thing you're going to want to do is talk to Graco again, and then Graco will have essentially a daily quest where all you do is talk to her, accept the buff, and then hope you get the Peerless Marble. The reason I've done this on 6 characters, well originally 5, is because I was alluding to it earlier, it is very rare. On 5 characters it took me about 3 months of doing this daily quest on all of them, just accepting it to get the marble. So it is definitely a collector's piece on top of being utility. Just showing you don't actually have to go to Graco every day, but you can find it from your quest menu, and it gives small little stats. You can't guarantee you'll get the ones you may need for more damage on bosses, but it helps a little. Now, to keep in mind, this is an account-wide item. This is not a character-wide item. This is not a role-wide item, account-wide. So you can claim this once on your account total. I'd really make sure you claim it on a character that counts, either a mech there, or if you really just want it for the collector side of things, feel free to collect it on your main. Support has been known to help and change around the bullet to different characters if needed. That's all for today. Have a good one.